Hello, everyone. I wanted to kind of go over our career project a little bit and what is expected from you and kind of what I'm looking for, the breakdown of it, the layout, all that good stuff. So it is standard one in your standards, research and career project. This could include alternative medicine. So I want you to create an oral and a written and a visual presentation of the career. So the oral, you guys are going to give a speech about it. You're going to tell the whole class, because what I want to do is share all these ideas of different professions, so it may spark an interest with another student in the class. The written, it must be 2 pages typed. I even put that in bold so you could see. It could be double spaced, so that will be fine. And you can print on the back side. I will accept that. And visual presentation, this could be a poster and or a PowerPoint presentation. Now, you do have an option here. You could find a healthcare professional that is currently practicing in that career that you have chosen, and you can make a video recording yourself asking them those questions and just have them answer those questions for you. Therefore, you don't have to do the written, you don't have to do the PowerPoint, you don't have to do the poster. But once you record it, I want you to send it to me so we can play that video in class so everyone can see and hear what it takes to become that healthcare professional. All right, so the info for the project, I'm looking for educational requirements, scope of practice, salary, job outlook, professional organization, code of ethics, practice setting, typical day in the life of that profession, national or state licensure required for that profession, design a flow chart. Let's see, classify the desired characteristics, skills required for this profession, and list and explain any technical skills. I'm going to break these down one by one and kind of give you a little bit more detail of each one, maybe some examples of each. First one, the educational requirements. I have the point value up in the title. How many years of school does it take to become that profession? So medical doctor, 8 years. Physical therapist, 8 years. Chiropractor, 8 years. So I want to know the career that you chose, how long do they have to go to school for? So this will be an associate's, a bachelor's, master's, doctorate, all that good stuff. Scope of practice. So what are they allowed to do and not do as a professional? For myself, chiropractic, I cannot prescribe medicine, I cannot do surgery. A physical therapist, a medical doctor, they cannot adjust the spine like me. So we have certain scopes of practice that we must stay in. Otherwise, it could fall under the malpractice. So I want to know, and you don't have to list everything. Just give me like 3 or 4 interesting things that you did not realize. Oh, I didn't know an acupuncturist could do this, or a nurse could do that. So just 3 or 4 interesting facts about the scope of practice. Salary, all about that money. We want to make that money. So this could be annually, this could be bi-weekly, this could be hourly, however you want to break it down. Just show us some numbers so we can have an idea on what this would look like as that professional. Job outlook. So is this a growing profession? For example, nursing. So how much has nursing grown over the past, say, 10 years? And if we were to look to the future, what is the job growth of a nurse within the next 10 years? They'll usually say like 10% or 50%. They'll usually give you a percentage. So look that up, research it, and let us know. Pretty excited. professional organizations. So what this is kind of like you guys join clubs in high school. So this is a club just designed for that healthcare professional. For example, I kind of go back to mine because I know it. Tennessee Chiropractic Association. That would be an association I can join. I could also join American Chiropractic Association. So they have them locally, they have them state, and they have them nationally. So give me like two professions that your healthcare professional could join as, or once they join the field and their coworkers out there. Code of ethics. So right and wrong. And this kind of goes with scope of practice. So if you guys want to put these on the same slide, and you can kind of see how I have the title at the top. So this is a good layout for your presentation. So if you want to lay it out one by one, just kind of give us some facts underneath it, that would be great. So back to Code of Ethics. What standards are they held to? I'll go back to the nursing. Can a nurse give you medicine without a doctor's prescription? No. Once they've been told what they can do, what they can give you, they can give it to you then, but they can't not administer medication without a doctor's consent or surgery. Even though there's a lot of nurses out there that I would trust to do surgery on myself before I would some doctors, but still, they're not supposed to do that. So they're going to get their code of ethics, what's right and what's wrong for their profession. So back to this one. Give me 3 or 4 interesting facts that you learn of their code of ethics. Practice settings. So where can your professional work? Phlebotomist. Phlebotomist is someone that's the Dracula that comes in and takes your blood when you're in the hospital or go to the doctor's office to see if you're sick. So a phlebotomist can work, just like I mentioned, doctor's office. They could work in a hospital. They could do home health care. So there's a lot of different places a phlebotomist can work. So we want to know where your profession can work. Say athletic trainer. It's not really a diagnostic career, but another example, athletic trainer can work at colleges. They could work for professional sports teams. They could work at hospitals. They could work at rehab clinics. So kind of listed some locations, again, 3 or 4 up there of locations that your profession can work at. Maybe find a job. Like, give us some. I want you guys to be creative. So give me some interesting facts here. It's like, oh, I didn't realize that. Okay, typical day in the life of that professional. So we all have our routines, and even healthcare professionals, they'll get up, do their personal routine, and then they'll go to work. And maybe they're, say, a radiologist. Maybe their routine kind of looks something like this. They'll go in, they'll read x-rays for a couple hours, and then they'll write up reports. They'll make some phone calls, and then they're done. So maybe that's what their typical day looks like, being that each one of those takes 3 or 4 hours. That'll fill up their day. So I want to know in your profession what this would look like in the life of that professional. And there's all kinds of information on Google that talks about people share what their life is like as a neurosurgeon. So share with us some information that you find out that you thought was pretty good too. National and or state licensing requirement. I want to say majority of healthcare professionals have to meet a certain standard before they can practice, and that's for the safety of the public. So we don't want to let a bunch of people out here, say massage therapists, that don't know what they're doing and could possibly hurt someone, or I know a lot of male and females get their nails done. So they got to be trained in sanitization to keep everything clean so they don't make the public sick. So is there a license that's for that state in your profession? Is it nationally? So give us some information about what you find out. Phlebotomist, I kind of go back to that one. They don't require a license. They're not licensed by the state of Tennessee. So to draw blood, you just go get the training, know what you're doing, and they'll hire you to do it. So that profession is not licensed. So we want to know about your profession. Design a flow chart that lists multiple levels, growth potential of your selected career. So this one I usually get a lot of questions about. So what I'm looking for here is if your profession was to step up to increase in the company or their degree, what's the next level? Here's an example. Say someone got a nursing degree, which is an associate's. So their next step up would be a bachelor's degree, so that's 2 more years. The next step up from a bachelor's of nursing degree is a nurse practitioner. Now they can prescribe medicine. So nurse practitioner can move up to a physician. So tell me what the levels and titles are of the profession when they want to increase their learning plus their growth in their profession. You can make it a flow chart. It doesn't have to be, you can just write it out in your PowerPoint, just draw a little chart like I've displayed there. So this one's not going to be a big explanation. A chart's fine. Classify the desired characteristics. So we know characteristics are being patient, being, I got some up here, determined, outspoken, kind, patient. So we want to know that profession, what do you need in that profession to be successful? What do you think your doctor or a nurse or someone that you know in the healthcare profession, what kind of personal characteristics do they have that you're like, oh, I guess I never really realized that they are really patient? So share with us some characteristics that you find. Multitasker, so that would be another one. So just tell us what it would take. So what you need to start developing now, so when you get there, you're really strong in that area. So right behind personal characteristics is going to be technical skills. So technical skills are something you learn. So Microsoft Word or Microsoft Excel, any of that. Google, that would be a technical skill. CPR for healthcare providers. Any type of technology, EKG. So those are going to be technical skills. Surgery. So tell me some technical skills on this slide that this professional is really capable of doing, what they really have to put some time into to understand to make them successful. All right, so that's all of the information that I'm looking for. So here's a bonus opportunity for everyone. So you can invite, this could be any healthcare professional, preferably the one that you're researching, into the classroom. They don't have to stay all day. They can just come in for 20 minutes just to kind of talk to the class, share all this information about their career to everyone. So, and I'm going to give you 20 bonus points just for inviting them in to talk. So easy points, you're not going to have to do anything, introduce them, and they're going to pretty well run with the show from there. If you have any questions about anything I discussed, just let me know. Otherwise, you can rewind the video and rewatch it.